Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today. And guess why I am back today, you guys? Because it is the best day of the week. That's right. It is once again RWBY Day, you guys. Oh my goodness. In a manner of speaking anyway, because today we are going to be checking out a new series that just dropped called RWBY Beyond. I will briefly get into anything and everything that I know about the series because it is not very much. But yeah, before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still, thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, I really hope you'll hit like and also subscribe for me. It does help me and my channel a whole lot. So thank you in advance for that. All right, guys, I will tell you anything and everything I know about the show. I know it just came out on Rooster Teeth first. Like in the last few weeks. I have been away on vacation, so I'm going to be doubling up on the first 2 episodes. They're very, very short. They're like 3 minutes each. So I'm like, why not just watch 2 in one shot? I don't know if I think there's going to be 4 episodes total. I honestly, I'm not even sure though. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, I'm not even sure about that. But if that's the case, maybe I'll try to do the next 2 in one video as well. I don't know. We'll sort it out, whatever you guys want me to do. I know like nothing about this show. I know that it came out recently. I thought I read that it takes place, it's what's going on while Volume 9 is taking place, but with everyone else. But I'm looking at the thumbnails and I'm like, I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Like the first thumbnail I'm already like really, really excited about because it's going to be some characters that we haven't seen in a bit and I'm excited. So I don't really know. By this point, I've watched the RWBY, the Volume 9 animatic that they put together. It was kind of like kind of an extended ending slash, was going to kind of be the beginning of Volume 10 and might still, but they're probably going to rework it a little bit. Because we also, there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on in there. It was so good. Go see my reaction to that because I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, guys, I really don't know what this is going to be about. If it's stories that take place with our other crew during the events of Volume 9, then that'll be really interesting. If it's something totally different, I'm sure it'll still be great. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do the 2 episodes today. Without further ado, let's get into it. Episodes 1 and 2 of RWBY Beyond. Let's do this. Yeah! Yes!
I've never had a file turn my stomach quite.
Oh my god, yes! Junior detectives.
It was yesterday.
Dude, come on.
I'm sorry. Accuracy is important.
It's
Team RWBY.
So it is taking place during. Okay. It is taking place during.
Thankfully, no case is too difficult for
The Junior Detectives.
Yeah! Oh my god, I was so hoping it would actually be during Volume 9.
The first step was obvious. Interrogate the suspects.
witnesses.
What do you remember? Tell us.
Pretend this is Ren.
Can be done, but I'm happy to cooperate and aid your investigation.
That's a good Ren.
That I'm able to.
But
that's actually a good impression.
Pulling information is like pulling teeth.
Did you not hear what I said?
He just said he would cooperate fully. Yeah.
Next.
I already told you.
Obviously.
I wasn't even there.
It's a really good
I
crew.
told the cops, or whatever you two are.
No, it's me. Remember?
No, it's really me. It's really me.
I told you to stop calling me a perp. Do you know what perpetrator means?
Of course I do. And for all we know, you are the purple traitor.
Not purple traitor. Not purple
Oscar
traitor.
and Oscar know what happened to them. We were told not to fall, and they fell. That's it.
We were lost. No leads.
Leadless.
Leadless. Totally leadless. The dad, the mustache. Yes! She fell and I ran with her. Question witnesses.
I'm so drunk.
Detective juice.
Almost gave
I'm so
fellow detective?
The headmasters, Professor Osmond,
Oscar.
and Professor Theodore.
Now,
Oh!
sure, you could say that it makes sense that the two are meeting up a lot. They are in charge, after all. But something just didn't feel right.
Taking lefts. Who'd do such a thing?
Using our ultimate stealth and disguise skills, we were able to follow Oscar
Oscar.
and eavesdrop in one of their meetings. We were shocked, startled even.
Oh!
Just Oscar and Theodore meeting up.
Oh!
Winter and Raven. Two maidens.
That because they had Raven
Even
in
more interesting, a mysterious girl was there too. Could she be the summer
I
maiden?
already told you, there's no way. Besides, there's no more
What?
on the suspects board. No more new characters. I mean perps.
But then, before we could
Huh?
really hear anything juicy, well, you showed up.
Yeah. Then we told
There's
you
my
the
man.
story, and now you're all caught up. And why do you look so?
Now
angry?
they're
No, please
cheating.
spare us.
Oh, and they're gonna go blasting off again. Yep, yeah. Wow, wait.
I guess the location of Team Ruby and Jaune
And Jaune,
is still a mystery.
but
I
not
just
for
hope they
long.
know that we haven't given up. And I hope they haven't given up either.
No, you have no idea what they've been through, but they have not given up. They have not. Holy crap. Okay, was that question? Because we know, because you guys were pointing out in the animatic too that like, oh, it's like one of Raven's portals and everything. And I'm like, oh my God. So they are like bringing, so like, wait a second. So they are bringing Raven into this. Who was the other person? Were they just trying to make up like another character, or was there really like another person in there with them? Hang on, let me load up the next one. Cause there's gonna be a lot of theories about this, aren't there? There's gonna be a lot of theories about this, I feel like. Cause of course, you know, off the top of my head, the first thing I'm thinking of is, yeah, you know what I'm thinking of. You know what I'm thinking. I've been saying it the whole time. Summer. But I don't know. Is that what they're maybe not. I don't know. But that's like the first thing I thought of. Or am I missing, is it's maybe I'm just missing something and somebody else who it's supposed to be. Okay, junior detectives. I'm so happy to see them back, you guys. You have no idea. You have no idea. And honestly, when I saw a thumbnail, I'm like, no, that's going to be way too cheery for like what's actually going on. But honestly, what better time to have the junior detectives on a case? What better time to have a little bit of levity than like when everything's gone to total crap? I can't think of a better time for the junior detectives, to be honest with you. There were just some little things in there that just totally got me. Like the detective juices were all dry. I'm so dry. People like grapes. Oh, there were so many good little things in there, you guys. I don't know what's going on with the new character thing. I don't know if maybe I'm reading way too much into that, or if that's supposed to be like a breadcrumb thing. But I don't know. I guess we'll just stay tuned. Yeah, so now we know what everyone was. I'm so glad that they did this. This is such a clever way to do it too. Like 1,000 blessings on the houses of all the voice actors who came back to do this. And so thrilled too that they managed to animate just some little like sort of, and not even really like fully animated, just like little, I don't know how you put it. They're not static shots and they're not really fully animated either, but they made it work. They made it work, and it's amazing. It looks great. I'm so glad that we get to see some people we haven't seen in a while, and kind of know what they were up to and everything. We saw a lot in the animatic, like we saw from like Crow's perspective, from Winter's perspective. We got to see some of that, but like Sun and Neptune, I think they were in there at some point, weren't they, in the animatic? But like we didn't get to focus on them, and like I'm just so glad that we actually get to spend some time with them again. And just like I said, it could not be a better time for the shenanigans. All right, so the next one is called, I don't even know what the next one's called. I'm sorry, I loaded it up before I could see, but I think it has to do with Jaune because he was on the thumbnail. So all right, guys, let's go.
This is the very first entry in what I guess is about to become my journal. Just feels like something you do when you want to keep your daily life in perspective. And now that
Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the... Sorry, I forgot the captions. I apologize. We'll go back.
What I guess is about to become my journal.
So
Just
he's
feels like something
journaling
you
after
do when
getting
you wanna
to...
keep your daily life in perspective. And now that I've been young and old...
So this is after.
It's not always easy
Aw,
to keep things in perspective
Jaune.
these days.
So this is after they get back.
Lost it for a little bit there.
Honey,
I'd be
totally
back with my
understandable.
teammates, even though things aren't the same. Rin and Nora have their own thing they're working through, and
Right.
I'm not the same boy they knew.
How could you be, love? How could you be?
Rusted Knight.
Oh.
Nora loves reminding people of that, by the way. They usually just look at her like it's some kind of inside joke they're not a part of. These days, I'd rather forget.
I can
Guess I
see
was
why.
the Rusted Knight, but the Rusted Knight wasn't really me.
It's something you became
Who is
during that time,
Jaune now?
right? That's the
Lately,
question.
I've been spending more time with the person I thought might relate most.
That actually makes a ton of
So
sense.
how is that journal going?
I haven't quite started yet. Soon, though.
It'll help.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't feel like anything will. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy to be back. I just
Right.
feel
How do you readjust after that,
I've let the world
sweetheart?
by and it's done the same.
Believe me, I know what that's like. I've been the subject of a couple of fairy tales myself.
You mean Ozpin has, right?
Of course.
Oh, because they're still trying to
If you're
resist
not
the
sure where to
merge.
start, I do have a suggestion, if you'd like.
Sure.
Think about the good times. What little they might have been that you spent in the ever after.
Just focus on the positive.
No, not like that.
No, not exactly.
Might be able to help you remember what it was all for. And rewrite the story in your own way.
Right. Not a toxic positivity thing, but a
times.
what can I take from this thing? Yeah.
I remember
Hey.
Alex and
Yeah.
Lewis. Those early days of getting to know each other were magical. It's like I was living someone else's life. For me, the
Juniper!
secret that I knew a little of what was happening to all of us was exciting. Lewis was a puzzle, since he wasn't part of the story I knew, but
Right.
he figured out really quickly that I knew more than I was letting on. We
Smart.
compared notes on Remnant. Oh, they couldn't believe I was from the faraway future. I couldn't believe they were from Vacuo. Back before the war. Before Huntsman.
Oh, a very
I
long
remember
time
the first
ago.
time we tried to shop at the Garden Acre. They didn't have days of the week, so they invented one. Splatter Day, just for us
Splatter Day.
humans. You know, for a
Happy
while,
Splatter
they
Day,
ended up
everyone.
having Splatter Day every day because they didn't understand. But every Splatter Day, there was a farmer's market.
Every
And
Splatter
instead of
Day.
buying produce, you bought farmers who would
Oh,
grow
it's-
it for you for a little. We would roast
The
things
actual
by fire.
farmer's market. Okay.
It was those campfires I remember most.
Oh my God, we're actually
Lewis
getting to
wrote
hear
everything
about
in
some of this.
journal. The story he'd one day tell to help lead my friends to me.
Right, the story.
In those early days, every night around the campfire, when I tell them my story, my adventures, oh, they always seemed so amazed.
There were some good
Which was weird.
times. There was some
because it
childlike
just-
wonder.
Just my life, the mistakes I'd made, and the times I'd gotten lucky. It was like having my team back.
Oh,
around
you had that
make you
community.
feel more
Yeah.
than you are.
Yeah.
Or maybe they see you in a way you
Oh my
can't see
God.
yourself. It's the same kind of warmth that a good fire brings.
If they show. Oh, there it is. There's Pyrrha. There she is. He just had to
Those
show
campfires
Pyrrha.
all across Vacuo at night, and I wonder what people are sharing, what they're building, the hope they're stoking, and what they'll be saying when this is all over.
What the stories that they're making. Yeah. I want to
Maybe
hug
there's
you.
something to this after all.
Yeah,
Perspective.
for real.
Yeah.
Perspective. That exactly.
Do you think we're gonna make it?
I don't know if anyone could know, but
Around
I
that
want to say
campfire.
yes.
Did it matter?
No.
No. All that mattered
Yeah,
was
I
that
guess it did.
moment. You weren't worried about the future. You just had each other. God bless it. I was convinced that especially after Junior Detectives, I'm like, no problem, guys. No crying in this one. We're gonna all be having fun and doing great. Oh my God, I'm so glad they went into this because I thought the same thing at the end of Volume 9. Like, how do you reconcile that? He's a kid again now. He's like, oops, oh, hang on. It's trying to play the first one again. I'm like, how do you deal with that? You know, like, you live this entire life. You just mentally were all over the place. And then you finally get back, and you get back to being young again, the age you were before. You pick up where you left off. What does that even look like? What does healing moving forward from that even begin to look like? And I can't think of a better person to help through that than Oscar Ozpin, but we know they're trying to resist that merge. My heart swelled with joy when I saw Oscar, and I knew that, like, so many of you, like, Oscar, like, diehard fans who just adore, I knew you were going to be, like, screaming and just happy and joyful, and that just made it even better. So, yeah, total great wisdom being put forth here. And no, it's not about focus on the positive. It's not about just try and block out anything bad that happened. But there is something to be said for recognizing that any event typically has good and bad in it. And if you can learn something from both, not just one or the other, it does give you perspective. It does help shape you as a person. It does help you appreciate the greater occurrence than just, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's actually really, really good advice. There was more than just pain and hurt and everything to that experience. There was camaraderie, there was community, there was friendship, there was love, there was hope. And he found that in them despite everything else that happened. And I'm glad that we actually got to see a little bit more focus on his time with them as friends. You know, we got a tiny little bit of that in Volume 9, of course, to help explain what happened and push along the story and everything. But here we really get to see, like, what it meant to him and just, oh, man. As soon as they showed Nora and Ren, I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Of course they show Pyrrha. Of course they show Pyrrha. Because she left such an impression on his life. They would never not show Pyrrha, but I just was not ready for that. And I'm so glad this is, like, the last thing that I'm filming today because now I could just let it go, you know? I apologize because I'm also sick, and I'm sure that, like, between the sick and the tearing up, my whole head is just probably looking and sounding terrible, so apologies. But I love that we really get to see Jaune reflect on that experience and what he can take away from it in every aspect, you know, the good aspect too, you know, and he has a good point. Like, even in this is what I love about the animatic too, is that even in this, what should be an absolutely hopeless place, literally like at the end of the world, there are people sitting around their fires and telling stories and sharing memories and making new memories and building new futures. And, like, I think it really helps him appreciate that even more, to have had that experience where, like, you're completely uprooted. You don't even know who you are anymore. But for a little while, it can be okay because of the love and support you have around you. And that's what life's all about. Like, that to me just says so much about such a good life message too. I love, again, that Oscar was the one helping him. Like, who better to know, like, how to deal with, like, two persons in the same self. Like, so that was fantastic. I love getting to see him. I love getting to hear him. Like, it's been a while. Oh, you know what? I know I'm being awful greedy, but I really hope there's more of these. I just love them. This kind of thing, this is what takes a story from, like, it was already good to, like, great, to like, we're at, this is like RWBY in its finest, where we can like take what's going on, we can take the plot, we can take like the greater, whatever is happening in our plot, and just use it as a way to like get in the head of every character. Love it. And Jaune especially, because Jaune, I've always loved Jaune, but after like Jaune just like, I was more of a Jaune person than ever after Volume 9. And not just because of hot Jaune, like older Night Jaune. It helped, I'm not gonna lie. But because just of everything that went on with him, and like I remember being left with the idea of like, okay, well how, but like what, how? Like he's gonna be a kid again, but he has all that experience in him, and I love that they're exploring that. I love that. And I love the emphasis on like, do we even really need to know the answer to are we gonna be okay? Or is it enough just to focus on each other and the hope that we bring into each other's lives? Because I feel like that's what this has always been about. We've never known the outcome. We still don't. But it's okay that we don't. Because we have each other. So I'll leave you with that, as we are in uncertain times for RWBY and RWBY content in the future. I think some of these messages are just more poignant than ever in our current state of the fandom right now. Like, it's, I know they didn't, I don't think that they intended for it to come off that way, but same with like Red versus Blue, just the fact that it's coming out, you know, the final season's coming out now of all times. Like it was just timing. Good, happy, coincidental timing. So all right, guys, that was, oh, I'm so glad I watched that. I cannot wait for, I think they're coming out weekly. So let me know, do you want me to do like one at a time every week, or do you want me to just like skip a week and do like double up again? Because I actually like doubling up. It kind of reminds me of my Red versus Blue days, where like, you know, I'll just watch a couple of the 3 or 5 minute things together. I could do either. So just let me know. It doesn't really matter, because one way or another I'm going to watch them. It's just preference. All right, guys. Oh my God. I can't even tell you how much I love that. Cannot even tell you how much I enjoyed that. I'm so grateful they're putting these out. What a wonderful last little gift for us fans. Not last of this era. I'll rephrase that, because I really truly do believe there is going to be a Volume 10. We'll just keep moving forward and keep hoping for that. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time. Who knows if I'll be laughing, crying, both, all of the above. I'll need your help. So please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.